What is up, guys? Today I'm filming another commentary video. I'll be talking about the dangerous TikTok trend that's been taking over a storm that's been causing a lot of controversy lately. So if you're new, subscribe, like this video, comment, check out my other videos if you haven't already. Check out my shorts, everything. Check out my socials, everything's linked down below. Check out my podcast, Pretty Open-Minded. It's on Spotify and it's available on YouTube. And turning post notifications because I do post once a week. I don't know what the Chromebook challenge is. It's basically where a lot of teenagers and even elementary school kids are participating in this trend, and it's basically where you put like pencils or gum wrappers, like metallic-y gum wrappers, anything with a sharp edge. I don't know why they're putting gum wrappers, but they're shoving it in like the USB port or the charger port, and then it's like blowing up, causing a lot of Chromebooks to melt and set ablaze basically, and a lot of like fire departments are being called because of this trend. Where it started, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, where I really don't know, because like whenever I hear like dangerous trends, it's always like people that are a lot younger than me, and I'm like, this is why I don't pay attention, because it's not in my age range and it's not something that I'm paying attention to. But it was like on my For You page a lot, and a lot of like impressionable kids are gonna be like, oh my god, I want to see what happened. Like curiosity is gonna get the best of them. So a lot of schools all over the US have been participating in this, and it's been getting really out of hand because of it.
Questionable TikTok challenge. More than half a dozen local school districts are now warning about this bizarre trend involving Chromebooks. Social media challenges encourages kids to stick metal into their computers, so that gets them to overheat, and then they film it. Firefighters say what happens next could be toxic. Here's NBC Bay Area's Robert Honda.
We're here near San Jose High School, which says thankfully it hasn't had any incidents yet. But the district provides Chromebooks to all its students. So officials want to make sure parents are telling their kids, don't follow this trend, not only because it's dangerous, but because there are consequences if it happens. It's the latest challenge posted on TikTok, encouraging young people to insert pencil lead, paper clips, or other metal objects into the port of their Chromebooks to trigger sparks and smoke. Incidents have been reported nationwide, including a handful in Petaluma. Now the South Bay's largest school district, San Jose Unified, is joining several other local districts in sending letters to parents detailing the trend and asking them to talk to their children, specifically asking them not to damage their school-issued Chromebooks.
But they do it just for shits and giggles, even though like I've heard for years that teachers on TikTok complaining about how bad the kids take care of things like school property. Like the Chromebooks, especially the pencils, do have to take it home, but they're also advising kids not to take it home because of this whole trend right now. Some kids are even charged with arson because it would get like super duper bad. Like I said, that the freaking fire department would be called. And I just feel bad for the teachers, because they're not getting paid enough to deal with a bunch of raggedy kids that don't know how to like deal with their own emotions. They don't like pay attention, and half of them don't even freaking read. Like the early Gen Zers and the freaking Gen Alpha kids do not know how to read, but they will sure know how to destroy public property like with no hesitation. It's actually quite crazy.
Take the Chromebooks away from the students, and I'm so serious. Okay, I saw one of my favorite creators come on here and talk about how like students should not be on the computers, and like gave a whole list of reasons as to why the kids should not be on Chromebooks all day, every single day, Monday through Friday. Not only is she right, but I feel like I can personally firsthand attest to that because I work with middle and high schoolers. And when I tell you, these kids are not even using the Chromebooks for what they are intended. They're playing video games. They are using the camera on their computers as a mirror to reapply their makeup. They are putting pencils in the ports of their computers to make smoke come out of the keyboard. Oh, but like they learn how to type. They don't know how to read. These kids are 15, 16 years old and cannot read. You want them to learn how to type? They are not using Microsoft Excel. They are not using Microsoft Word. They cannot do anything because they are all day. They're making their computers read. I have been saying it from the beginning. who's going to stop the Chromebook epidemic in the K through 12 education system? Because this is out of hand. These kids do not do anything but play games and break their computers. Why do we keep giving them more?
They do this in hopes of getting viral, and it's not like every video goes viral, but there are a few that do end up going viral. And then like some people do show the aftermaths of what's going on, and I'm like, this is actually quite literally embarrassing. This is probably why a lot of teachers quit, because they can't handle what's going on. Like, the kids nowadays are built so different for so many different reasons. They keep blaming on freaking gentle parenting, but like, I was growing up on gentle parenting, but I wasn't destroying property, you know what I mean? I wasn't going in school and destroying property. Kids nowadays, they do a lot more damage than good, honestly. And with the whole rise of social media, everyone is trying to be the next big thing. Everyone's trying to be the next Piper Raquel, the next Charlie D'Amelio, and it's kind of annoying because everyone is just trying to be an influencer, and it's just like, why though? It's kind of embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel for the people that go to school for teaching and then they get met with this bullshit. I don't ever hear anything, I rarely hear anything good about the kids nowadays. They're always like complaining about how they don't sit down for very long, and the fact that they are just failing in every way, like academically. Like, I don't know how a bunch of 9th graders don't know how to read and don't know how to spell, don't know how to type, don't know anything basic. And it's not on some like disability stuff. It's like literally the lack of parenting and them not wanting to pay attention. And it's actually quite ridiculous, because they would get so far if they didn't like worry about TikTok and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Glad that a lot of kids are getting like real harsh punishments for it, because I think a lot of people think that when they do this trend they're just gonna get away with it, but a lot of them are like literally willingly filming themselves do it. So it is incriminating yourselves, and they probably think like, oh, I'm still a kid. Reading an article, and there was a kid that was young as 11 getting charged with juvenile referral for charges of aggravated criminal damage. An 11-year-old, that's the same age as my cousin right now. That's actually quite literally insane. Like, that is not something I would do at 11. Like, I'm so glad that, like, even though it sucks to be an adult right now because of the recession and the job market sucks, but I'm also glad that I had a childhood, that I didn't have to like do this bullshit. I met some kids growing up that would definitely like destroy some property just for the hell of it, but I knew it was because they weren't getting a lot of attention at home, so they would do like a lot of annoying shit to get attention. And they weren't horrible kids. Like, I grew up with them the majority of my life. They weren't horrible kids, they just weren't getting enough attention at home. And like, it was a lot. Like, it was honestly a lot, because I didn't understand like mental health. I didn't understand mental health when I was younger, because I met them when I was I think 5 years old. Teachers are expected to be like the social workers, the parents, the teachers, like so many other things, and it's a lot on just one person. It's very overwhelming for them, and they're also very underpaid. They're severely underpaid, they're underappreciated, and they don't, like, the parents don't see how much they're putting into these kids. But the problem is the kids don't care. If the parents don't care, then the kids don't care, you know? There was also like one video that was kind of going viral of this girl telling her story about the whole Chromebook trend, and basically she, I guess, left her Chromebook unattended, and these girls came up to her Chromebook and did the trend, and then she put it on her lap and she started feeling like a burning on her legs. And then she took it to the office to see what was wrong with it, because she didn't understand what was going on. And then the person, I guess the staff, was like, yeah, you're a victim of the trend. She got like burns on her legs, and they showed the pictures of it. And I think they got suspended for that incident, suspended for like 10 days or 2 days. I don't feel like that's enough, because she could have gotten some real serious damage, like 3rd-degree burns from just that trend alone. And the fact that she didn't know that that was happening at first, like, I'm glad that she took it down to the, oh, I don't remember what she called it, I can't think of the word right now, but she took it to get fixed. And I'm glad she did that, because it could have blown up. It could, like, so many things could have happened, because they're shoving just like any object to see it and ignite in flames, basically. I feel like with the new wave of kids getting older and older, and them being like literal terrors, I feel like their parents are doing like the hands-off approach and raising them, and they just want like somebody to club with and somebody to be their best friend instead of actually parenting them. Because I'm seeing it like so much where I just feel like parents are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm not shaming all parents, because I know that some of y'all don't comprehend what the hell I'm saying sometimes, and some of y'all get really ruffled with what I'm saying on TikTok. But I'm just saying, it's a lot. Like, let's use Miss Shirley for example. I did talk about her on my TikTok like a week ago, and I was talking about how she is definitely too young to be doing the stuff that she's doing. She's like a toddler, okay? I think she's 3 or 4, and she was the girl that did the fan dance. She's very known for that. So she's like being booked, like she's getting bookings at adult events. I saw her at a college, like a video of her at a college doing these dances with a bunch of grown-ass people. She's constantly around a bunch of grown people, and she's never around kids her own age. So her mom is basically like pimping her out for money, and they're just like obviously okay with it. And then now people are kind of like noticing like this is kind of weird, like it's kind of getting a little bit much for a little girl. And she just recently was on like, I don't remember what talk show it was, but she was on a talk show recently, and she was doing the fan dance on there. So it sounds all cutesy in theory, but once she went viral for her little dances, because the way she dances is very suggestive now. Like, I'm noticing that she like she's like damn near twerking in her videos, and then there's times where she's like sticking her tongue out, and obviously she's being coached to do these things. And whenever people are being shown these type of videos, it's gonna be shown to the wrong audience. Like, treats her like she's her best friend instead of like a mother and daughter. And I feel like her mom forgets that she's not 20, she is 4. When it comes to like all of them, honestly, even 11-year-old to high school, like, you clearly know right from wrong. So I don't know why like they thought this shit was okay to do, because I'm just like, what outcome do you want? Like, obviously they want to get viral, they want to be the next Kai Cenat. Like, everyone wants to be the next Kai Cenat, but nobody wants to be a doctor, nobody wants to be a freaking labor and delivery nurse, nobody wants to be that anymore. They want to be influencers. Everyone is like the carbon copy of each other. So I don't know how these people think that they're going to stand out because of this Chromebook trend when everyone's video looks exactly the same. And what makes you stand out?
Did we learn nothing from the Devious Look Challenge? Like, the students are the inventors. I just saw someone light a toilet on fire. It's not cool, guys. It's not funny. Okay? This is why no one likes Gen Z. This is why no one likes us. Okay? Like, school sucks. I get it. I hate it. I hate school. I hate doing my homework. It's not that bad. Put the lighter down. Get the pencil out of the Chromebook. Do your math homework. You're gonna be all right. You will be all right. Just do your homework. Okay? Stop. Literally stop.
Some people are getting fined like $300, $400 to fix the damages, and obviously that's coming out of their parents' paycheck, because I know that they're not working, they're not doing their due diligence to pay for these damages, so they're expecting their parents to pay for the damages, which sucks. But it's also like, this is what y'all wanted. Like, I don't know why people think that they're so invincible. Another thing, TikTok was apparently taking down the videos of people that were participating in the trends, but how else am I gonna get these videos? Because I got them from TikTok, so I don't know. They're taking it down, but I saw only a few videos of people doing it, but it's still being pushed out into the algorithm. So if a juvenile delinquent comes across it and are like, oh my god, I want to try that, they're gonna try it. Because especially if they see that it goes viral, they're gonna try it. Pranks are not even pranks anymore. They're just like dangerous, and it's not like funny. Like, I see some really crazy pranks. Like right now the trend online is the Apple Pay trend prank thing, and it's basically where like people go up to people with apples and they put on the sound effect like, oh, you got the money, like the, you know, that notification sound that you get when you get an Apple Pay thing and it goes through. So they would go to them, play that sound effect, and they'll be like, oh, thank you for the $100, $200. And obviously the people that are getting pranked on, they're like in distress because they're probably like, I'm using my last $200, $100 to get some groceries for my family, and they're like, some weirdo is just coming up to me and taking my money. Because they would put their phones to the person and make the sound effect, so it gives them like it makes it seem like they actually really took it, like the money. And then police would be getting involved because they'll be really thinking that they stole the money. And then some people have like a thick ass language barrier, so they wouldn't really like understand what's going on, so they're just like freaking out. You know how people used to film their pranks with like GoPros and iPhones and the big camera equipment? They moved on from that to those meta glasses, and so it looks more authentic, I guess, and they get these people's reactions. The thing that I noticed is that like they do a lot of these trends on women a lot. I'm not gonna say like it's a gender-based issue, but I will say that the ones that I've seen, it's always like women, and I don't know if it's because they would have a more emotional reaction. When it came to like the men, they would have like a big emotional reaction, or they just did not care, you know. And it does kind of suck. Like, I feel bad because I'm just like, these people are probably really thinking that their shit is getting stolen, and that trend is like happening a lot now. And I don't know, I feel bad. I feel for them, because it's not even like, you know, the pranks that I grew up on, it was like, I don't even know, like ding dong ditch, stuff like that, like the cinnamon challenge, the Sharpie challenge, the Sharpie and flash. Like, you drew a box on your wrist and then you put the flash, and then apparently it would make like a zapping, like it would kind of zap you. I never tried it because I was scared. I remember the banana and Sprite challenge. Like, those things are the things that I grew up on. Like, I watched some cringy pranks when I was in high school. Like, I grew up watching Wolfie Raps and his little crew with like that Asian dude, that white dude, a group of them. I can't remember all the groups, but they all kind of fell off when they all kind of did their own thing. And now like Charles Wolfie Raps is getting married to his longtime girlfriend. But those are the things that I grew up watching. Like, I thought that shit was the most funniest thing ever, watching him every freaking day. I remember coming home from school and just watching his videos, and I would genuinely look forward to it. And his pranks were not harmful. Like, they did not hurt people. They were just harmless pranks. He doesn't do like pranks anymore because he's in his 30s and he's settling down now, but they weren't like crazy pranks, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I'm kind of scared because it's getting worse. It's not getting better, and I don't know what would make it stop. And like they really thought that like TikTok being banned a couple months ago was gonna end all this shit, but they could still find a way to go viral and get all these cringy ass, dangerous ass pranks somewhere else, you know. But I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I literally blinked out. But anyways, make sure you like and comment on this video. Share it if you would like to. It would be very appreciated, honestly. What else do I say? Make sure you check out all my socials. Everything is linked down below. I've been posting a lot on TikTok. Honestly, I don't really know why. I used to post like once or twice a day, but now I'm like doing it 4 or 5 times a day. And I mean, obviously I'm trying to go viral again. I don't know when it's gonna go viral, and then when it does, I'm like, oh. But I'm gonna go. See you next week.